How's it going, everybody? We are Team Garnet. We have been hired by the Bast from the Bastion to search for missing parts to the water generator. This water generator is located in the Bastion. They're off in the distance. First developer up is Mason Torres.
Thank you for that awesome introduction, Mason. My name is Brian Outler, and level starts us off in the city. We're going to go through the city to get to the garage, and the plan is to pick up the fuel can and the battery for the generator along the way. We have to get to the garage to retrieve this car for the best. He asked for that as well as like a secondary objective. So we're going to go through the building. First level mechanic that we're going to work on is grabbing an object and snapping it into place. We practice here in a safe area with the stairs. Head upstairs. We're going to generate a ramp to get us from the one side of the town to the next side so we can get to the garage and make it over to find the missing pieces and get on with it. I was really excited about the texturing and proud of the work that we were able to put in. I was able to put in this level to make it look and feel like it's we've been into uh, surviving an earthquake. Uh, we're going to use another game mechanic as in opening and closing doors, getting in and out of these buildings, and actually unlocking the garage to get to the car, so that way we can move on to the next level. On the way, we have some collectibles that the Bassam needs, some food cans, some tape, and some scrapper cash along the way. So now here we need to find the fuel can, and then we're gonna have to find a battery. So we just located our first main objective, retrieve the fuel can for the generator. And now we are going to open this trash can and find a key on the inside for us to make it into the garage. particularly excited about this as far as development. There was some new skill set for me, and it was pretty cool to be able to show off to you all and making the game look realistic in the world. And it's been a really good experience. And I'm pretty proud of the look and feel of this world. So now we have our second item is the battery to get on the car and go. We're going to get in the car. Fortunately, we have one of those cars that self parks, and so it's going to take off, and we're just going to grab hold of the back of the bumper here and take it on down over to the one, the only, the myth, the legend, Willie Pass's level. And so this is the end. We made it through the city, and now we're gonna take it over. Willie's gonna take over from here.
Thank you, Brian. My name is Willie Pass, and here's my level, the abandoned warehouse. Starting with the outside, just a picnic area where the workers used to, take a break from, working in the warehouse and everything like that. Looks like he found some cash on the table, so, maybe he can buy himself a snack or something later. So we're going to go ahead and go inside of the warehouse here by pressing the button. Pretty much the main room here to the warehouse. We actually have to hit that lever there to activate the door. So now that we have the door open, we're going to proceed through the door here and go through the corridor into the main entry area of the warehouse. So this area here, your objective is to get through that glass. It does have to be shattered with the sledgehammer. The thing is, the player does have to locate the sledgehammer, which is hidden in a closet. So the player does have to go into a small cafeteria and activate the switch that's going to open the closet leading to the sledgehammer. We'll go ahead and activate that. And then we will go ahead and progress towards that closet that has the sledgehammer. I'm really proud of the assets, especially the pallets. I think I created some really nice pallets here, as well as just giving a warehouse environment feel. So there you can see the sledgehammer here. So we're going to go ahead and grab the sledgehammer and we're going to go ahead and take it over to the glass and we're going to go ahead and break through the glass. So once the player breaks through the glass, their main objective here is to get the fuel pump that is behind the glass over there, and you have to activate the conveyor belt. So the player does have to find a console to activate the conveyor belt. So in this closet, the player is going to have to crouch under and activate the console here. So we got the console activated. We're going to have to crawl back through, and then we will be able to access the conveyor belt, which will lead us inside of that room. I'm going to grab a box here, and we're going to place that on the conveyor belt. Oh, excuse me, having a little technical issues. All right. So normally, with conveyor belts, you don't never want to play on a conveyor belt. They say you're not supposed to get on a conveyor belt, but we're going to do that just to get the pump, which is inside. As you can see, when the conveyor belt went through, it landed on the lever, which opened the door for the player to exit, and there's the fuel pump sitting right there on the shelf. So we'll go ahead and hit the switch and leave the door, open the door, excuse me, and we'll head out. So now that we're out of the warehouse, we are actually going to start making our way over to the next level. We got some wrecked cars over here blocking the path, so we're going to have to actually take this beam and get over there. And this is actually going to lead us to our next level. And I will let Vincent Ortiz take it from here.
Hey, thanks, Willie. My name is Vincent Ortiz, and my level is the water facility level. And in my level for the water generator part, we are looking for the keys to get the water generator started. So upon entering here, the first mechanic we come across is a snapping. Now, Now that we're inside the laboratory, we are going to go ahead and get across to the next setup, which is our second mechanic. And it's getting past that hot steam there. Okay. Now this walks us into the next setup. Going through this hole here on the wall. All right, and now we're going to go ahead and practice the first mechanic, which is more snapping. And this will lead us out of the boiler room. Now we need to get into the water chamber room. Right there in the distance, that's the boat. That's where we have to finish off. That's how we escape. And the keys are here in the water chamber room, but it's locked. We can't get in. You can see the keys there on the floor on the other side. So we got to find an alternate route. Which brings us to the second mechanic of practicing this mechanic. Which allows us to go ahead and get down inside the water pit. Right here. Water's drain. And then we just have to make it to the top now that we've created the bridge. This is the twist setup where we have to use a snap and an interaction. So we'll use the interaction to clear that doorway. Okay. We'll pick up the keys. And we'll make our way up to the last setup. The master setup where we use the interaction and the snapping mechanism. Now, as you see there in the distance, the exit door is there where we have to go, but we can't get across because everything is blocked. So we have to use this to see what happens. And we've fallen. So now in order to get back up, we have to use a snapping mechanic to help us reach our exit. All right, and we have made it. We made it to the exit. We've got the water generator keys. And now we are on our way to the next level. With this animation, I was pretty proud of it as well, too, because you can move around, look, and watch the bastion come closer to us. But this now brings us to our next designer, Nicholas Pritchard.
Thank you for that, Vincent. That was an awesome transition. So the first thing we're going to do here when we get to my level is we're going to pick up those sewer system documents, and that's going to give you and the Bastion an entire blueprint of the sewer system in the surrounding area. So I've scattered collectibles, various soda cans, water bottles, boxes of canned goods that the Bastion will give you a nice fat bonus for if you bring them back. The first mechanic there, as you saw, was a little lever. And the next mechanic here, you're going to want to pick up a board, and you're going to make a makeshift bridge for yourself. My level being a sewer, I wanted to keep the lighting minimal but still there. So I have lighting that shows key areas where the scrapper needs to go and things he needs to interact with. So as you can see over there in the distance, we got a lever we need to pull. So we're going to grab one of these little crates. We're going to carry it on over, and we're going to hop right on up and activate that lever. And that opens this door right here, and only half of it opens because the other half is blocked, of course. So we're going to pick up these boards, and we're going to move across this little makeshift bridge again. And one thing I like to pay attention to with all my rooms is extra detail. I have cardboard boxes, pallets, extra boxes that you don't need, barrels, all sorts of things scattered in the sewer that really make it feel like it's more alive, like people used to live there, a post-apocalyptic feel, if you will. So we're going to stack these boxes on top of each other as you would in any good fashion and hop right on up here. And this brings us to the final room of the sewer. We're going to take this board and we're going to slide it on over. And then we're going to use that as a bridge to get right on across. We got another board in front of us, of course, naturally. So we're going to take that and use that as a bridge. Once we get across there, we're going to use the same board we just had, pick that up, and we're going to place it down. Might fall, but that's okay. We're going to pick it back up and we're going to replace it. Or it's just going to fall again. That's okay too. You can just pick back up the board. We can use it as a makeshift bridge elsewhere. And the scrapper makes do where he needs to. He ascends the board like an absolute champion. And the final part of my level, you're going to pick up the starter for the water generator, and then you're going to hit that lever on your left, and that'll be the end of my level. Showcasing our next and final level is Patrick Bird.
Thank you so much, Nick, for that introduction. Excuse me. I'd like to welcome you to the scrap yard, where we have a recycling yard full of electric tape, waterproof electric tape, which we're going to need for our water generator, and other important scrap that is necessary for Bastion to run properly. First, what we're going to do is we're going to go find these levers. As you can see, I've got one hidden in the dark, one under a light further forward, and then one more in the building that the light is attached to. Once these pallets stop grabbing me. Either way, once we get all these 3 levers flipped, we get a door open, and oh looky, some electric tape. Exactly what we're looking for. Now then, head on inside for the final lever. Ooh, look at all these barrels. See, I was especially proud of these barrels. I worked really hard to make sure that they didn't just flop over or keep rolling, or it was a tough transition getting them to stay where they needed to stay. So that lever's flipped. Let's move on forward. Ooh, open door. So in this room, I have a simple pressure plate to let you know this is what you need to move forward. So you need to get a barrel on that. Let's head back and get mincing your barrel. Using the grab-null allows us to move it around. Shove it on through the door and put it right there. Boom. That should have our next door open. For my next pressure plate puzzle. Now this one is pretty much trying to figure out which of the pressure plates is the right one. But with some clues hidden throughout the room, I dare say it would be pretty easy to figure out where the pressure plate is. So let's grab another barrel. Because we love barrels here. And there's that through the door. And a wha-pow. Must be the one with the light on it. And hey, there we go. Move on up. Let's head through barrel storage. Some collectibles on the sides. Jump up. And crouch on through. Rude, they just left them there. Alrighty then. Looks like we can get more switches. Oh. Huh. I wonder which switches are the real switches. Because some of these look fake to me. That seems about right. Oh, that barrel looks like it's giving it away. So what I did here was I made the barrels that can be moved the markers to let you know what levers are real levers. And there's some cash next to some real levers. So it lets us know where we're going forward. And grab a barrel because we're going to need one. There we go. We got to get it on that pressure plate through these windows to our right. Switching station got broken. There we go. And click. Wobbly barrel. There we go. Doors are open. More electric tape. Why, I'll take that. Alrighty. Well, it seems a bit too easy, right?
He stole my gag.
There's another lever there. That's for one of my secret doors that I've added at the end. Now, the building to our left-hand side is full of toxic uranium barrels. It's the only thing blocking us from our waterproof electric tape. A quick run through there should get us it. Oh man, it's dark in here. Flashlight. There we go. Keep running. That shed looks ominous. That's 2 out of the 3 secret levers I have hidden throughout my map. Let's see if we can find them. Alright, and this shed is the electric tape waterproof. Looks like they only got enough time to make 1 roll before all hell went loose. Boom. Alright, let's get back to Bash and get that water generator going. Just gotta make sure we get around these uranium barrels, or we're gonna be cooking like eggs. Whew! By the skin of our teeth and the will of our power, we have advanced and are now on our way to Bastion. Thank you so much for letting us play through our level for you from Team Garnet. We express our sheer gratitude for sticking with us, and we hope you've enjoyed it.